Okay, this video is a very brief tutorial on um, how to change a volunteer's position once they already have a position in the system. So the example we're using is the fact that um, we had a team called the Screening and Referral Team, and the position used to be called Screening and Referral Team Member. We've gone ahead and they've already created a new position. Generally what would happen is I would say change the existing position in the opportunity queue rather than creating a new position. But since this was already done, we want to make sure that we are properly reassigning the volunteers to the right position rather than having them have one position that's wrong, another position that's right, or deleting a position, which throws everything off. So what you want to do is you first want to shut off by going to your administration and then unit configuration. And then you go to your position manager. And then what I recommend is searching for the position, which used to be screening and referral team. So ref should work. So there we go. And we'll see there's a position here that was called screening and referral team member. Since that's no longer what we're calling the position, and actually the position that was posted is the incorrect information. What we're going to do is we're going to look at the 7 people who already have this position and change them to the right position. So by clicking on this number 7, it'll bring up a list of everyone who has this position. Now, quick thing to note here, in this situation, 7 was the same as 7. If this was a higher number, which would never be a low one, but if the total was a higher number, so say there was 8 people, but only 7 was current, that means somebody has a position that was end dated. So they had a position and then we ended the position. The problem with that is if we want to, so for example, if we want to get rid of a position, even if that number, obviously once we get rid of the active 7, so that number was an 8, that number would turn into a 1 because it'd be one person who used to have the position. And we have to change basically everyone who had the position into the correct position name so that we can then go ahead and delete the former position, which will effectively update the whole system. So go ahead and click on this 7 here, and this gives me the list of the 7 people who have that position currently. So let's start at the top, and again, as I've mentioned in my videos before, on my system, my mouse has a middle scroll, and if I click on it in Chrome, it'll automatically open a new tab. Some people can right-click and go to Open Link in New Tab, or whatever is your handy way of doing these things. I recommend using tabs because it takes a few minutes to get back to this list over and over again. So let's go ahead and go through this list here. So right now I have my tab open. I go over here to Michael Burke's tab. I go over to his positions, and I can see one of his positions was screening and referral team member. Rather than deleting this, so doing or end dating it and adding a new one, which only makes things more complicated for everyone, I'm going to go ahead and change this placement by hitting the edit button, and then from this drop down, I'm going to go ahead and select the new position title, which is going to be volunteer engagement placement team member. Alright, hit submit. Don't change the date or anything because obviously he started the same day. We're just changing the name of the position, so nothing to worry about. And while it's doing that, we can go ahead and do the next one. Kate Hughes. Let's see, it goes through, and then we look, it says volunteer engagement, volunteer placement team member, which is what we want. So we can go ahead and close him, go to the next person, go to her positions, and the same thing. Okay. And I'm going to continue on with this, and I will get back to you as soon as I'm done. Okay, through the magic of computers, I have gone ahead and finished all of these. And here's how you know when you're done. If you go ahead and do the rebuild data, you should come up with 0 people in that positions group as you did before, which is 0, so that's good. So if I go ahead back to unit configuration, back to my position manager, and then find my referral team again. I should now see 0, and I should now have the ability to delete the position, which I do. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that, and I'm done. And then that should be it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.